welcome our three remaining living player characters. We have Larinia. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Larinia. I play the very sparkly Crimson Darling, and she just wanted to sing and dance, but now she's ready to take a nap.
Yep. Currently, she's using her player icon for um, patchwork, but you guys all know what Crimson looks like by this point. Next up, we have D. Go ahead, D.
Hello, I am Dee. I am playing Agna. She has a lot of questions. We'll see how that goes.
Okay. And last but not least, and only last because of the way the alphabet goes, Apostate.
It's me. I play Theophania Vraincore, betrayed once again by the alphabet, in dire need of a couples counseling session, and I'm stoked to get to it. How about y'all?
All right. And that's everybody that we have who is playing tonight. We do have a couple of our players, or one at the moment, lurking in our voice chat, but they are allowed to be here because this is the final session, and they just are vibing on mute. Okay? So nobody look at them, nobody address them. They may come back to life and kill us all. Okay? So, all right then. Go ahead and light this candle. Do we have a recap at our finger tippies?
We indeed do.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Welcome to the recap provided tonight by the thankful Crimson Darling. Last time on Kingdom of Darkness, the battle continues against Baldric Kane as we desperately grasp for victory. Dark smacks on the hurt on several enemies, and together we slay a bunch of monsters. Nin leaves the party side and tries to get to the brazier at the center of the battlefield. Agna and Dark heal Crimson as much as they can. Sabria takes several arrows but keeps fighting. Crimson uses a mantle to boost Nin up the wall of the central brazier. Theophania's Doomsinger attacks her, leaving several enemies untouched nearby. Agna makes a plea to her gods for aid. With a flash of searing pain as her arm explodes, a Fey creature is summoned to the battlefield! The Fey uses Time Stop to halt the flow of combat and uses Power Word Kill on the Doomsinger about to kill us all. Then she disintegrates many enemies, drops a daylight on the vampires, and pieces out like a boss. With the Doomsinger out of the way, the party focuses on the remaining monsters. Nin tries to knock over the brazier but is unsuccessful as Baldric attacks her and knocks her unconscious multiple times before dripping blood into her wounds. Rami tells us it's time to run, and Crimson uses her last mantle on the party. She grabs Sabrina and runs up the battlefield. Theophania takes a few more potshots and also flees. However, Dart walks to the battlefield and drives Baldric further into the daylight with him. But Baldric manages to knock Dart unconscious and also drips blood into his wounds. Agna gets Dart back up, but it's too late. Both him and Nin are turning into vampires. Agna confronts Rami and calls her a coward, to which Rami dismisses her claim, but heads into the battlefield to fight Baldric. With their last moments of free will intact, Dart and Nin are slain. Agna flees, and Rami is left alone with Baldric as he transforms into something else. Crimson, Agna, Sabrina, and Theophania regroup far from the battlefield and realize they are close to the wall and safety. They decide to camp for the night, and Agna is visited on her watch by the Fae who help the party. The Fae makes demands of Agna, consisting of pranks to pull on others. She tells Agna they'll be safe for the evening, and Agna is put to sleep. And that's the recap. What will happen next? Find out now in this final session of Kingdom of Darkness.
All right, gang. Yes, you were somewhere else. You were not here. You were here. Not very far from the wall Razor Ridge gap there. Now, as we did leave off, it was deep in the night, and Agna, you've been put to sleep by a well-placed boop to your nose. Do you think she dreams?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. When her dream starts. Do you think she's working through anything in particular? Trying to suss out or figure something out with her subconscious? Do you think that's what's happening?
I think that's probably fair to say.
Okay.
I think that's probably fair to say.
Definitely
yes.
dealing with some issues in her subconscious. Probably just skating above Nightmare Land. Right? You find your awareness in your dream back in that garden. With the planters devoid of plants, the earth churned and ready. No one around to be seen.
She kicks the corner of the nearest planter.
Okay. Kicking the nearest corner of the planter, you don't feel any pain. Not in the way that you would expect. Not if it was real. Sort of a jolt kind of comes through you. And you hear tisk, tisk, tisk. Not sure if that actually gets picked up by the mic, but you
It did.
Okay.
Go ahead. Sorry.
You hear that, and the voice that follows is Vinagra's. And you hear her say, "Well, if you kick it, does it make you feel better?"
No. It didn't make me feel worse, which is what I was expecting, I think. But no, it doesn't make me feel better.
A lot happened.
You think?
She gives you a withering look. I know your newfound freedom and your new relief is emboldening, but that was disrespectful. But I get it. You've been manipulated a lot.
I feel like I've jumped from one frying pan to maybe a slightly nicer frying pan.
I can see how you would think that. Gabrasi is a singular being, very much into fun. You paid dearly to bring her to your rescue. And she had fun doing it. Don't get me wrong. But you can't help herself when there is more opportunity for that. She's capricious and flighty and forgetful like that. She doesn't mean you any harm. Not in the way that your former keeper did. There's no threat of a flaying. There's no promise of agony. There's no bad end. That wasn't part of our deal.
No. I didn't think I was going to live through that. And I did. And maybe the only actual person who I would be close to calling a friend is dead. And now I have to take the wagon wheel off of every fucking wagon for the rest of my life. So you could maybe see where it feels a little silly right now.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it, is the thing.
We have these rituals we do every day. And they start off because someone tells us that they're important and to do them, and they're tradition. Sometimes they're good for our health, and sometimes they're just something we do. And Gabrasi's demand that you take the wagon wheel off of every wagon you come across is a ritual that you will come to do, because you've promised to do so. And you'll connect it to this period of your life. Inevitably. But what you do with that, what you choose to do with that, is up to you. Whether you use it as a reminder of all the horror, or if you choose to use it as a reminder of all the good things you've had. Winning your freedom, taking an incredible gamble, making a friend, making more, and losing them. What you choose to do with the rituals that you've been given is up to you. But those are choices you make. It's not what happens. Those are choices. So if you choose to wallow in pity or despair, that is what will come to you. If you choose to see the light of it and take the joke as it comes, maybe you'll start to look back and have a sigh of relief in some time and be grateful that you lived. It's not your fault you lived. It's not his fault he died. Fate's fickle. Always has been. You have an empty garden here.
I think Agna looks to the churned till dirt, and she looks to Vinagra. She looks back at the dirt, and she looks back to Vinagra again. And I think she goes, I'm really tired, I think, of the fear. And I'm done with it. And I get that it is not a respectful question to ask you, but I don't understand why you and those like you aren't doing more to pick up the mess.
It's a very good question, and you are owed an answer. Everyone is, really. You're right, we've let this go too far. I've let it go too far. How far I've let it go, and my parents, and Harusul, and cousins, everyone. You'll never know, but it's too far. The thing is, and this is not much of an excuse, but you are asking for why we haven't. He is our brother and we love him. Or we love who he used to be. We love who we thought he was. And it is hard to hold him to account for everything he's done. And there isn't a punishment in existence that will be ever good enough. And we are things that don't live in the moment like you do. Our moments are much bigger, and they take longer. We get lost in them. And that is why it always seems like we move too slowly. Divine attention, moment to moment of every day. I don't know what that would look like, but I know it would be bad. I imagine it would be something like obsession in something so powerful that can change the world so easily. So it is hard because he's our brother. He's our family. And he's a monster.
I have to wake up tomorrow.
Yeah, you do.
And look somebody in the eye who has saved my life. I've saved her life. And she might not be a sister, but it's the closest thing any of us out here have to it out here. So I understand that it's hard. I understand that you move slowly, but if that's your answer, you don't deserve it. And I'll get down in the dirt. I've signed my name to that. I understand. But for fuck's sake, get down in the dirt. Then she'll turn to the planter and she'll start to dig.
She comes and kneels right next to you and passes you a tool and says, "What do you think I'm doing?"
She'll take it.
I have declared open war on him by doing this. Do you want to know what happened the last time something like this happened?
I do.
I'm sure you have some knowledge of it, and I'm sure you don't fully grasp what the fallout was from that. Your people are generally familiar with Roysa, That's her name for Kruik. That's what the Kruik-speaking people call her. And in the early days, she resisted and stood up. She's the one who taught you how to fight and wage war. The good little people. Not the bloodthirsty, not the people who it came easy to, but the people who were good, the people who didn't want to. Because those people were the ones that the violence didn't deserve to happen to, but it was happening to anyway. She and her daughters paid dearly for it. Roysa left because she had to. And her daughter and her people were banished, never to be seen on the surface again, for the crimes they supposedly committed against the rest of their people for picking a side. That's really why they were banished, for picking a side.
Are you... Is she talking about the Dark Elves?
You are putting that together a little bit, that she's talking about the Dark Elves.
Okay. Would I know who the equivalent to Roysa is, like, within the Dark Elven pantheon? Do they have one? Would I know anything about that, I guess is what I'm asking.
Yeah, you can roll a religion or a history check, whichever you prefer.
Which is better?
Which is better?
Okay.
Which roll is better? Both are gonna.
Oh, hot shit tonight.
They're gonna
hot shit. Okay.
They're gonna have different flavors. You're not aware of what the Dark Elven name is for this being. This is mainly because you don't speak it. You don't speak Dark Elvish.
But I know that there is. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes a little bit.
There is a name for Royce in Dark Elvish. You just don't know what it is. There's got to be, right? This is one of the members of the Upper Pantheon. One of the neutral gods, the Mother of Art.
Yeah. So
she has a name in Dark Elvish. She's got a name in every language. She's very important to humanity. There's a kinship with her that humans feel that isn't well defined. There's not a lot of understanding as to why your people gravitate towards her.
Is the story that she just told me like a known one, or is that a bombshell in and of itself, I guess is the other question.
It sounds like she's dancing around a couple of very early things that happened in the timeline. You can make a history check if you'd like to kind of nail it down. But she is being a little vague.
I super do, and because I rolled so shit, this one has to be better, right?
I mean, it doesn't have to be anything.
Oh, give me your secrets. Give me them all.
So she's referencing the Sundering Wars. There were two of them.
Okay.
That's what she's referencing. So the first Sundering War, elves almost wipe out humanity. And the gods intervene and are like, hey, no, don't do that. Okay? That's what she's probably talking about. And then when she was talking about how Royce's daughters were banished, she's talking about the second Sundering War then.
Do I know what happened to the dog? Did they also go underground? Would I know that?
You do know that the Dark Elves were banished from the light.
Yeah.
That's what you know. They were banished from the light. Your understanding from like human history is that they disappeared one day and never returned. A lot of the information that humans have about where the Dark Elves live is what's called the Shadelands, which is where the permanent shadow of the rings rests on the surface of the world. It's very far to the south, not even on the map. Right?
Okay,
That's
okay.
the understanding that most people have about them, if they know anything about the Dark Elves at all, right?
Okay.
Seeing a Dark Elf on the surface is not like a, ooh, that's neat. It's a, whoa, you're a,
Right.
there's very rare. Even the ones that are adventurers in Kruth are rare. So
Yeah. And then I'm sorry I'm asking all these questions.
no, it's okay. You've earned it with that 26.
Do you the Sundering War, she's talking about the Dark Elves and Roysa being banished. Who did the banishing?
Unclear.
And I
But
think
the what she's saying, and Agna's, you rolled a insight check, by the way.
did I?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Does it have the same modifier as your
It does. It has. I am genuinely so sorry. I
4
misclicked.
and 3? Yeah, it's the same. It's It's fine.
23.
Yeah, it's the same. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's good. 23 is good. You're kind of putting together. What was your question again? Sorry, my brain stopped.
It's okay. Who between the Sundering War and kind of the story she's telling, one of the things it feels like she's dancing around, at least to me, is like who did the banishing?
Right.
Like was it the demons? That seems unlikely. Was it somebody within the pantheon? Like that's what I'm trying to like. Do I know that? Is that common knowledge, or is that something that I should ask her about? Is kind of what I'm getting at.
You don't have any way to like jump to that conclusion. This is a mystery to you. Like who banished the Dark Elves is a mystery. So
I think what she turns to Vinagra a little bit, and I think the first question out of her mouth is, you said as in you, let this go too long. You call yourself Vinagra. I get the sense that you have another, or maybe several others.
we all have different names for ourselves, but I am not Roysa. If that's what you're getting at.
I didn't think you were, but that's not the answer to the question either.
I hold myself responsible for not getting involved earlier because the rot has been clear for a very long time. And when you're maintaining a garden and you let a rot be, it will consume the whole thing. And I am a gardener. And I should know this. And I've let it be too long. At risk of the entire garden. And so, yes, it is partially my personal responsibility, but it is also everyone else's personal responsibility at the same time.
You said this happened before with Roysa when somebody acted out. Who banished her? What happens now?
Well, Behemoth and I will wage war via our proxies. He cannot face me in person because he is in his prison. And so there will be no clash of great deities to end it all, unfortunately. Though I wish it would. Because at least that would be very final. And very telling. No, unfortunately, because of the current situation, only the worst option is in front of us, which is proxy war. His demons and my mother's fae will fight it out. Of course, not in front of anybody. It's not how we operate. Much to his chagrin. She passed you a seed.
She'll take it. You still haven't answered the question, though. What
banished Roysa?
Yeah.
She, along with the others, my mother, father included, walked to the other side of the Allura mark to never be seen again by those with beating hearts and thinking minds. Because to be seen again would mean that they were choosing sides. And that would be admitting that they made a mistake. She walked away herself because, in my estimation, she had already given us all the tools we needed to win. And of stay would have been to invite broader calamity and to doom millions more. It would have been mutually assured destruction for Roysa to stay. And nobody wanted that.
And she starts to kind of plant the seed and bury it in the ground, and as she's doing it, I don't understand. You know you can beat him. It's mutually assured destruction if you choose a side. Millions will die. Millions will die either way. Right? Millions are dying.
The difference is the dignity.
Huh.
There is no dignity in being vaporized from 1,000 miles away because two personalities decided to duke it out on some mountain somewhere else. That's just horrible. And if you survive the initial contact, then you will languish on a dead rock until starvation, radiation, or suffocation, dehydration takes you. There's no dignity in that. Just horror. But your comrades got to choose because they had comrades to help them. I know it is difficult to swallow, but that is better. It is better that a village has the chance and right to fight back than to be wiped off the map without any ability to defend themselves. It's better that a nation can choose to spend lives to save more than to have no choice at all.
She finishes burying the seed and kind of tamps down the earth around it. And she looks to Vinagra and she goes, I hope you're right. And I hope it's worth it.
Me too.
And she'll get to work.
Okay. You will wake up at some point. Let's move on to Crimson.
Okay.
Crimson, do you think she has a dream that night?
I think so.
Okay. Is Crimson's dream about the future, the past, or something that she's dealing with now?
I think something she's dealing with now.
Okay. Crimson, you're once again sitting in a busy and bustling tavern. It's loud. The vibe is totally different than what you were experiencing before. There's music, there's dancing, there's drinking, there's people around, children playing hopscotch, whatever. Right?
Mm.
Seems totally out of place.
So there's children playing hopscotch in the tavern?
Yeah, there's a little big dance floor kind of area, and they've taken some chalk and put some squares out, and they're playing there.
Okay. She'll go over and watch.
As you
For a
watch
moment.
these kids play, a waitress puts a mug in your hand and says, "This was yours. You ordered it," and she walks off.
I don't remember ordering this.
Don't have to tell you, it's on your check. Walks away.
Oh no, not my check. Crimson will look at the kids. Do they look like they're having fun?
Yeah, they're having a great time.
Yeah. She looks around. Does anyone look like they don't have something to drink?
There are some people that don't have anything to drink, embroiled in conversation or playing like table board games or, eating, right? But there are also people that are engaging in the usual tavern bar activities of, standing around in a circle talking and drinking and hitting on people and sort of stuff. Enjoying the live music,
Okay. Crimson will find someone random and give them her drink.
Okay. Man, young, takes it and goes, "Oh, do you work here?"
No. I'm just looking to not be drunk tonight.
Oh, okay. Well, cheers to you. And he takes it off you and downs it. Just one long glug, glug, glug.
Okay. Does she see any of her companions around?
No.
No. Is the kid still playing hopscotch?
Yep.
She'll walk over and try not to be creepy about watching them.
Okay. One of the moms nearby goes, "Oh, which one's yours?"
Oh, none of them.
Oh, you just like watching kids play, huh?
Well, I was thinking about joining them, but I didn't know if that'd be weird.
You're a little old for that, aren't you?
Yeah, a little old, aren't I?
You've seen some stuff, huh?
Yeah, I have. Just thought a little moment of levity might be nice.
Well, levity's good. You just gotta pick yourself up and move on past it.
Guess that's true.
Tomorrow's gonna be, tomorrow's gonna come whether you want it to or not, and you're here, and while things are good, you should enjoy it.
Yeah, that's true. Is there a stage nearby?
There's a stage nearby. There's live music.
There's live music?
Yeah, there's some people playing.
What are they playing?
Just some tavern ditty. Nothing in particular that seems like a well-established band or that sort of thing. They're just locals, just playing music. Just jamming out.
Okay. She'll turn back to the person who was just talking to her.
Mm-hmm.
And say, "Do you want to dance?"
Oh, no, I'm not much of a dancer. Had a wee accident on the farm, and, and she kind of, like, lifts her apron. You see that she's got, like, a peg leg there.
Oh.
Shorn straight off by a wild salamander. The little guy lost his mind, had a little bit of blood rage in him, and just chomp, gone. I survived, and we turned him into beef. We sure did.
With the leg still inside?
Well, they say that there's an acceptable amount of human meat to be passed into any sort of product because of accidents like this. So, yes, unfortunately.
Did you eat the beef personally?
Oh, no, I sold that. That'd be weird, right? It's okay if it's someone else, but I don't. I can't imagine eating my own leg by accident. It just it turns me.
What's your name?
Oh, my name's Agatha.
Agatha. It's nice to meet you, Agatha.
Yeah.
You want me to buy you a drink, Agatha?
Oh, sure. Oh, what was your name, hon?
Well, I go by Crimson, but my real name is Yolanda Furia.
That's a lot to say. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's why I go by Crimson.
I see why you go by Crimson, Yolanda, or something. But, if it sounds like a very pretty name.
It certainly sounds like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Come, let's get you that drink.
Okay. She follows you over to the bar and you buy her a drink. And she stands there and goes, "Oh, when you survive something as grim as what I did, you kind of you change your outlook on life a little bit, I was glum and gloomy about my lot in life, being a salamander rancher for all those years, and just that little guy took that leg off, and I was happy to be alive afterwards, and I got through it okay, and I don't feel bad about it. I don't let it keep me down. I can't dance anymore, but I can enjoy all the other things much more. Even when I wasn't crippled like this, I still didn't dance, so it didn't really diminish my life at all. It just made me a little wobbly.
Can I ask your advice?
Yeah, sure.
Let's say I have a crush on a girl.
Okay.
And let's say I have a crush on another girl too.
Oh, You're just a lover, aren't you? You love everybody, don't you? Everybody
Maybe.
makes you hot under the collar, huh, sweetie?
Mostly people who are strong.
That's
But yeah.
yeah, that's a curse. You're cursed. You're cursed. Absolutely cursed. Yeah.
um, let's say one of them is a bit aloof and like doesn't seem that interested in you, and the other one is also aloof, but is very caring about the people around her.
Hmm.
Which one would you pick?
Well, if you had to choose between the two, um, it would be the person who takes care of others because they value something other than just themselves. You see,
Mm,
and people that only value themselves can't be trusted.
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope that
Thank
was
you.
the answer you were hoping for. These matters of the heart, they're a difficult thing. I don't want you to hold me personally responsible if it doesn't go your way.
Oh no, no, no. I fully expect to get turned down either way.
Okay, well, it's a healthy thing to expect, you know, uh, people to say no sometimes. It's not
Mm.
healthy to always expect no, but no, it's you got to give people their choice, right? They should be able to choose no, because maybe it's not right for them in that time of their life, or they should be able to choose yes if they just want to see where things go. You shouldn't have any influence over their own choice, right? Just like how you wouldn't like it if somebody influenced your choice, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Crimson.
Yeah.
You know, when all this is over, and you're back on whatever journey you're on. I could tell you're a traveler just by the way you're dressed. See, I've got a keen eye. um when you're back on the road and you're wondering what all this was for, and you're feeling at your loneliest, just remember that most folks are trying to just get through life just like you. And
Mm.
most folks want some kind of enjoyment, some kind of entertainment to help them pass by the time, and also to help them forget all the bad stuff that's happened to them. This is why I come here. I get done working around the salamanders, shoveling the hay, shoveling the doo-doo, and feeding them, cleaning them, butchering them, uh, all the parts, all that's hard work, and it's all gross, right? Every part of it is gross and difficult and not at all charming or romantic.
Mm.
And then I come here and I feel like a person again because I'm surrounded by people who just want the same thing, which is a nice stiff beer, some good music, and good company. And there's something very valuable in that. We all need it from time to time. I need it every day. And she drinks her beer.
Mm. Yeah, that's true, isn't it?
Yeah, it's important to know that the work you do on a day to day is enough. And then you also deserve nice things after that work is done.
Yeah. I guess I do.
Yeah. All right, Crimson. I think it's time for the bar to start closing down here. It's getting late. Just
Oh,
remember.
you're right.
Just remember, your friend Agatha says, "Don't let the salamanders keep you down."
Okay, Agatha, I'll keep that in mind.
Or well, yeah, you have a good one, okay?
Okay, you too.
And you will wake up sometime later.
Okay.
Feel fun, yeah.
Yes.
You don't get to choose whether or not you have a dream.
Oh, yeah, I figured.
What is Theophania thinking about when she falls asleep?
Theophania is just replaying the events of the fight over and over in her mind. And she's feeling things that are really unique, things she does not have a lot of experience feeling, and she is wrestling with them. And she's trying to get them under control. With middling, if I would say less than middling success, she's not really succeeding.
Now, give me an example if you don't mind.
Well, I figured that's kind of where we would start.
Mm-hmm.
In a way, is her trying. So can you, if you, I guess, where does she find herself in her dream, and then I'll see what scenery that we can chew.
Sure. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it then. Um, you find yourself at the top of a stair. Stone stairway,
Yeah.
circular.
Yeah.
You feel kind of small.
Mhm.
Got a book in your lap. And the space is cold, uninviting, but familiar.
Yeah. Yeah, she always did hate it. She always hated being home. So if that's the case, then I think Theophania is normally she would just love to bury her head in the book. But this time she's just staring down at it, and she's pacing a little bit at the top of this step, and she's trying not to clench her jaw and grind her teeth because she gets reprimanded for that one a lot. Or wait, I mean, no, that's not right because it's been years, hasn't it? But she doesn't feel like it's been years just now. She feels right back where she once was in this moment in time at the top of the stairs.
Not dealing with it well.
No, she keeps trying. It's almost like if there is another, it's almost like, you know what? And I think it's a dream. We can make it. We can play. Um, she keeps trying to close the book because instead of the funny stories or the epic stories or even frankly the smut, that maybe somebody started to slip her a little bit, um, there, there's just the events of the fight, right? Of the battle and all the ways that it went wrong and everything that happened. And the handwriting, the script goes from beautiful illumination to angry scribbles and scrawls, and she keeps trying to close the book, but it keeps falling open, and she can't close it.
Go ahead and give me a sanity saving throw.
Oh boy, here I go. Sanity, there you go. Saving throw.
Okay.
Could we do have some bonuses tonight.
We do, yeah. Sure. We have a grand total of 10 points.
Yeah, if everyone is cool, I would like to spend. What do y'all think? 2 or 3? I don't know about more than that. You're in this sinking ship with me. You tell me.
I would get it up to a 15 personally.
Are y'all cool with that though?
I don't think we're gonna fight. I don't know. Famous last words. Famous most words, right? Famous last words. So Lorenia, what do you think?
I'm okay with bumping it to a 15.
Okay, let's bump it to a 15 then.
Okay. So you will take this 3 and this 2 to bump it to a 15. Okay. So, what we will do is we will deduct 1 point from your sanity total. And you get so frustrated, finally, with the book, you go to throw it. And you feel yourself pinned against the wall by a strong arm, book ripped from your grasp, and materializing in front of you in this dream is your patron, Catraxia. She's holding the book like a bully would, after snatching it from your hands.
That actually calms Theophania down a little bit.
Seems familiar, doesn't it? She waves the book back and forth.
It does.
He looks down at the stairs. Are you thinking about, taking a tumble?
Don't you already know?
She cracks a smile. There's something we have to talk about.
Well, I'd imagine so, yes. Are you all right?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm
That's good.
perfectly fine.
I was worried.
Why were you worried?
I know sometimes that you are dealing with things that I am not aware of and things that I don't understand. So I wanted to make sure that you were not incapacitated or dealing with some sort of cosmic fallout or any of those things.
She kind of pulls you a little bit away from the stair, grips you by the neck just a bit, and pulls you away from the stair and closer towards her. It says, "Very kind of you to inquire about my health and state of my affairs. But I'm fine. And things between myself and my compatriots are similarly fine."
Good. You mentioned you had something to talk about.
I did. Yes.
Go ahead.
So, that was a big fight. How do you feel about it?
Actually, that's sort of what I wanted to talk about.
Oh, good. Then we're of the same mind.
Well, you should go first.
No, I insist.
All right. I'm not particularly happy about how it went.
No?
No.
Okay. What are your concerns?
This makes me want to ask a question, but I don't know if it's the time. And yet I worry there'll never be a time.
Questions unasked are a form of torture.
Would you like me to go ahead then?
Why would you torture yourself?
Oh, that is a question that I have been asking. Did you want us to lose? Did you want me to die during that fight? Was that your goal?
Oh, Theophania. Coming outright with it. That I want you to die. See, want puts a color on it. that isn't there.
Do you think it would have been very funny if I died?
I thought it would have been very ironic, Dad. And in that way, funny.
Hmm.
You see the thread there. But I'm
How
unsure.
about you explain it to me? Because I'm not sure that I do. I think, and I feel it relevant to remind you, you have been very insistent on me learning more about um how to be funnier, how to be more entertaining, right?
Humor, comedy, entertainment. Yes.
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 And all of this I've been doing,
Mhm.
for you.
Sure.
So that makes me really want to know what's the thread there that you found amusing.
Well, Kane had you in a bad spot. That's the base of the joke. He had you in a bad spot. You took out a loan. I gave you the principal, what you asked for. And it didn't quite go as you were hoping for. In fact, it nearly destroyed you.
Yeah.
But the funny part about that is when you did that, you already knew you had nothing to lose. You already know what your final fate is. It's to come with me to Vilam Valam. That's the funny part. You took out a very dangerous loan to survive a fight, and it went badly, but you still survived the fight anyway, despite taking out the loan. And so it's ironic and funny that you wiggled through it without paying a
Oh.
dime.
Interesting. Is that what you saw?
Oh, yes.
Huh.
From my perspective, that's what it was.
I've always wondered, what perspective do you see while I'm out and about? Is it through my eyes? Is it sort of looking down up my skirt? Where are you watching?
Hmm. Well, that last one does seem to be a fun proposal. But for the terms of our agreement, I can experience the full sensory array of what you experience, if I so choose.
But do you?
Sometimes. Only for a quick glimpse,
Hmm.
when the voyeurism of it would be most delicious for myself.
Interesting. Okay, that's fascinating to know. I'm afraid I don't quite understand something then.
Sure.
You see, the problem with Baldric Kane is I barely know who the fuck he is.
Yeah.
And second of all, he had one interesting moment where he revealed to everyone that Ramia was draining us dry the entire time.
Hmm.
That was tense, but we didn't really get to interrogate that very much because then he proceeded to drown us in skeletons. I'm so fucking tired of skeletons.
Well, they are boring.
And um then it was just some random unfunny, frankly charmless vampire wailing on us. Except he was too afraid to actually directly wail on us, so he sort of sat back from the cheap seats. And then I called for help and took out a loan.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so funny that you think I have nothing to lose. In a way, I don't know. I'm sorry. This is all And Theophania puts her hand to her head, and because Catraxia is sort of in her head, right? There's a
Yeah.
lot going on in there right now, and it
Yeah.
is not terribly ordered.
No.
Um,
You did fail the sanity
Just-
save, just if that wasn't
Yeah.
clear before.
oh yeah. But I took out a loan because I had some upstart gargling the balls of some dead god I couldn't give a piss in the wind about, that this petulant vampire, while draining the life out of us ambiently, had gone on and on about. And there was this beautiful shining moment where I called on you
Mm-hmm.
as a ringer. Just to shock everyone. It would have been so funny. I've been wearing this. Well, I don't know. You've seen what I've been wearing. There was irony layered into this. See, I was working with layers.
Yes.
But the thing is if after you, in your dark and terrible and beautiful and wonderful majesty, had destroyed that loathsome little dust mote, and then turned on us, I could appreciate the joke there, right? That would have been pretty funny. But that's not what happened, is it? Instead, I called in alone because I thought I thought, she's kind of indirectly tried to kill me once already, but we got through that barely. I've been busting my ass being the most amusing little creature with a broken arm this whole time, just trying to give you everything you asked for, everything you want. And then you get shown up by some bint with horns who bursts out of a broken arm of a joke that we already set up earlier, and she vaporizes your whatever that singing woman was. I don't know what she was to you. Completely does away with it, spoils the setup, and stole the fucking show from you. So now, instead of everyone wondering, oh, what's Fanya got there? Instead of any of that, instead of having them all owe you again, instead of anything amusing, instead of having Ramia von Cressa, if that means anything to you, she talks like she means something to people, I don't know. Instead of any of that, your joke fell fucking flat. You got upstaged. And literally, I couldn't have even thrown myself at that thing, just, for the sake of my devotion to you, because time didn't move. It still feels. But none of that happened. None of it. You got shown up, and that's after it. Now I realize I'm sitting here, and they're all looking at me. So if I wake up, I don't doubt there's going to be some trouble. But worse than all that is I realized I did have something to lose. And I don't even think you knew that you took it. Did you? You didn't even see it.
Cracks a smile and giggles at you. Oh, Theophania, you've caught on to the biggest joke of all here.
And what would that be?
Don't you see?
Oh, I think we've both established just how stupid I am. Why don't you spell it out for me?
You sold everything to me.
Mm-hmm.
I got it on fire sale. And you've been endlessly entertaining the whole time. The whole time. From beginning to end. Even this little tantrum. Juicy. I'm so glad that little green tart exploded out of your friend's arm, absolved me of everything, made me look innocent. All of my little transgressions these past years, all of the little problems I've caused with my uncle, wiped clean in an instant. It was amazing. The irony of it. Oh. I didn't get upstaged at all. I got covered for. I got absolved. I got set free, innocent of all charges. And you got upstaged. And your gamble didn't play out. And the loan you took is getting called in, and the first one is getting called in. It's time, sweetie. You're done. Now, what I'm going to do, as one final punchline, one last dot at the end of your life, and she reaches into the wall, which really isn't there, it's a dream, and she pulls out a little red angry ball. It's just flickering. So I'm going to stuff this inside you. I'm going to take the rest of you with me. And we'll see how your friends deal with that. Are you ready for a party that's going to last forever?
Well, before you do that, I have a question for you, I guess.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, questions unasked are torture, aren't they? She snaps.
Oh, you think?
She snaps her fingers. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh, Lord. All right. Well.
Not
so close.
Not great.
Not great.
Not great.
I would feel a little selfish burning all the bonuses.
Are you asking for permission?
I'm asking for. Yes, I'm asking for permission. But also, like, if I would just take 2 or 3, but I understand if the answer is no. Don't worry.
Lorena, what do you think?
The fact that he said not great makes it sound like that Apostate needed to have rolled, that she needed to have rolled something really, really good.
Yeah.
I'm willing to burn a +2 just in case. What do you think, G?
Yeah.
I don't. If it's that bad, I don't think any of our bonuses are going to do any good for this. But I think I'm willing to burn a +2 for you.
That's very kind, and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Are you burning the +2?
Yeah, I think so. Right, D?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm on board.
Yeah.
Okay. I regret to inform you the DC was 25, which you could only have reached with
That's
a
okay.
natural 20 and a
Oh.
bonus.
That's okay.
This is a ruler class demon. She is a queen, and her DC is through the roof.
Yeah, sure.
As you go to retort, at the snap of her fingers, your mouth is gone.
Well.
You already signed on the dotted line, my dear. And when you did that, all of your free will was only borrowed. And Theophania does not wake up the following morning. Instead, she finds herself in the unending halls of Vilam Valam, her fate unknown. Everyone, a round of applause for Apostate.
Alexa, play My Way, Frank Sinatra.
The following morning, as the sun rises, the mist of the forest floor begins to burn off. Oh, so slightly, because it is still winter. It is still freezing in here. But the mist is going away. It gets light enough for you to be able to see 10 feet in front of you. Agna, you and Crimson wake with a start, because you hear something snapping in the corner of your camp.
Can I make out what it is without making too much noise?
You need to make a stealth check for that.
Oh, I'm so good at those. Okay.
Yeah, super good at those.
No.
Can I also make a stealth check?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Not much better.
You guys both hear the sound, something snapping. Could be twigs, could be something else. Wake with start, bolt upwards. Realize, oh shit, I should have been a little bit more stealthy about that. You see Theophania thrashing in her bedroll on the ground, sounding frustrated and crazed a little.
Crimson,
Yeah.
grab Sabria and go.
Okay. Crimson will grab Sabria and go.
Okay, you grab Sabria. She goes, what time is it? Why are we moving so fast so early? What is going on?
Quiet. We're running.
What? No, okay. Is everybody okay?
I don't know. We gotta go.
Okay, and you two head off running. Agna.
I'm not. Can I roll anything to see if I can figure out what's going on without getting like right up next to her?
Yeah. What do you think would be appropriate for yourself? Do you want to roll? Because all of these are going to have different kinds of flavors to them.
Yeah. No, it's understandable.
So,
I
what do you think?
would love. I think a medicine check, right? Because the first guess of this is like, is this a seizure? Right.
Right. Okay.
Or is this something magical? Or something demonic, really, is what she's trying to suss out.
I would say medicine check, you're going to have to get close to examine, to see more closely the details of what's happening. She's wrestling around in her bedroll, you know, kind of like a trapped animal in there, you know?
Would you let me do Arcana from a bit of a distance, with the trade-off being I have a lower bonus to it?
Yeah, I'd let you do Arcana from a bit of a distance.
I will guidance that.
Sure. Phenomenal roll. As you cast guidance, the thrashing stops, as if answering your question. And it seems to straighten up and begin moving with purpose towards you, even wrapped in the blanket. Some of it falls away, and you see Theophania's eye, and it is glowing a bright red.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Ooh boy. Can't believe you're gonna make me kill my partner. I can't believe you're gonna do that. You're in a D&D game, CJ.
Better make it funny. Better make it good.
What make you? You have every opportunity to run away. Razor Ridge Gap is right there.
I mean, I think the thing is she wants, and this is because she's stupid. I think she's trying to get a little bit of clearance between Crimson and Sabria before she tries to make a run for it. So I'm looking at my list of spells and trying to figure out what I can do to give them a little bit of time and slow her down a little bit. I do not have a lot of good shit for that right now.
Does your channel divinity thing turn demons too, or is it just undead?
No, and that was the first thing I looked at. Wouldn't you know it? That was the first thing. I was like, you know, it would be really funny. It does not. Or does it? Wait. No, it doesn't, because it's undead only.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go back to an old faithful.
Mm-hmm.
I think I am going to I'm gonna cast Magic Circle, and I'm going to cast it centered on Theophania, and I'm going to choose I will choose demons, I guess.
Yeah, okay. So as it's approaching you, and it's approaching you, you come towards it, cast your spell, lock it in place. It slams up against the wall, this invisible wall, frothing at the mouth. More of the bedroll falls away, and the skin is beginning to turn red, and fangs and jagged teeth are beginning to form in the mouth as she is beginning to lose her form to some bestial, demonic creature.
Yeah, I'm going to turn tail and run, and I'm going to catch up with Crimson and Sabria.
Okay.
And when I get up to them, remind me, what... Let me double check this. Let me double check something really quick. One sec. That'll last an hour. How long does enhance ability last for? Concentration up to an hour. Only one person. Fuck. Never mind. I'm just going to catch up to them, and we are going to book it.
Okay. You catch up to them. You book it. When you catch up to them, do you say anything to them?
There's nothing we can do. We need to get the gap now.
Okay.
All right. As you depart, you hear the horrible braying of this awful creature in the distance. And eventually, it fades away. Are you pushing to cover the full distance today?
How far is that, and how many rolls are we gonna have to make about it?
It is 45 miles to Razor Ridge Gap, to the fort that covers it. Now that is more than twice the distance of a small group can travel in a day. So you're risking a lot of... You're risking 3 Constitution saving throws. That won't kill you.
Mm-hmm.
But it will make you very tired if you fail all 3. You're going to be in a bad spot if you fail all 3 when you get there.
I'm going to... fucking hell. Before we have to make the Constitution check, I am going to upcast Enhance Ability on Crimson and Sabria for advantage on the Constitution, and also 2d6 hit points.
Okay.
Speaking of which, we never rolled long rest, by the way.
No, but yeah, you took one.
We're assuming.
Yeah, you took one.
Okay.
So
okay.
Yeah. So towards the end of the day, I will upcast that on the pair of them, giving them the advantage on the checks
help, and within the narrative, it's to kind of help them keep pushing once we
Right.
start to kind of lag.
Once you begin to flag and the hours of the day go on, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are moving as fast as you can, breaking past all of you're screaming in your mind to stop, your muscles locking down, your body shedding water to keep itself cool, just running yourselves ragged, drying out despite all the snow, burning up despite the cold, putting yourselves in risk. Go ahead and roll me those Constitution saving throws. 3 of them.
Okay. 3 Constitution saving throws.
Correct.
Okay. At advantage.
Yes. Sabria saves her first. Sabria saves her second. Sabria saves her third.
Oh, is it a saving throw or a ability check?
Saving throw.
Saving throw, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, did I roll
And
abilities?
20 boss. Come on.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. I did roll abilities. Oopsie. Her save is a little better. So she's still saved.
Oops. I did it as normal.
Okay. Crimson, you take 1 level of fatigue.
I rolled that one without. Did I roll an advantage? I only saw 1 dice.
You rolled
whatever.
all 3 at advantage, it says. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only saw 1 dice for the second one. I was confused.
Yeah. That one, you take a level of exhaustion. Agna, you take 2 levels of exhaustion.
Yeah, that's fine.
You arrive, and this is quite the trek. Running through this forest, these gigantic trees, the terrain begins to slope upwards, sharply. It becomes more of a climb than anything. This road is awful. It's barely a road. And at some point, it begins switching back and up and up. You can see why this is a point where they've built a fort. This is probably the only traversable spot on this side of the wall. And towering above, at the top of this series of switchbacks, is a fort. You can see it. It's up there. It's looking down at you. It's just always, no matter how many times you do this switch back and forth, up there. As you continue to climb, you see why it's called MaestroRage Gap. Every time you've cleared one or 2 of these switchbacks, there's just a sharp series of ridges that come and show you that there's just more. There's just more above you. And if you were to fall here, you'd fall into the, down below, and you'd probably land on one of these ridges and probably cut you in half or something. That's what your exhausted imagination is telling you, that if you fall off this thing, you're going to die. It doesn't matter. You're going to hit that and splat. As you continue to climb, you see white pennants flying above the fort. White pennants with a bird on them as you get closer. And when you get up there, there's a bunch of guys already waiting for you up there. There's like 20 guys up here outside the gate of this fort. And you look around weary. There's like 20 more on the parapets looking down. They've got weapons pointed in your general direction. One of these men comes towards you. It says, "Welcome, my friends, to MaestroRage Gap. Such beautiful ladies, all very, very tired. How is it that you came here? We weren't expecting anyone."
What is what color? Like, is he from a particular company? Like, is there any sort of denoting characteristic to this man?
Right, so he's wearing a Corinthian military uniform. He has a white pauldron on his left side. He's got the markings of a captain. So he's got epaulets and on the armor, little spikes on them. He's got a little white raven painted on his breastplate. He's Cheyenne, based on coloration and the way he speaks. Appears to be a soldier, captain in the Corinthian military.
Does the bird on his armor match the people we saw before that came to greet us?
No, the symbol is different. For starters,
Symbol's different. Oh, thank goodness.
for starters, it's white,
Right.
and looks like a raven.
Okay. D, are you okay if Crimson takes the lead on this?
Oh, you super should, unless you want me to do something silly. So please
No.
do.
We are the attendants of Sabria Matronex of the Matronex Duchy, and this is Sabria Matronex, and we have something following us. We rescued her from the demons, and yeah. If you could help, that would be good.
Oh, so you're heroes. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check for me.
I will touch Crimson and guidance her every little bit.
Do I get advantage on that because I'm obviously no. Do I get any advantage on that?
You should dump the rest of the bonuses here. This is it.
And it also
Actually, roll first. Roll first.
yeah.
Right?
Well, no, I'm not going to give you advantage. I don't see a reason to. But yes,
Okay.
she's given you a guidance, and if you want to spend any bonuses, you certainly may.
How am I out of guidance?
You add the 1d4 in your in the dialogue. It'll ask you if you want to add any bonus dice or something like that.
I've never seen that. Is it situational bonus?
Yeah, that's what it is. Just put 1d4.
Okay, 1d4. Okay, and then normal.
See that? 30.
Oh! Oh! That's so funny.
We heard only the most like distant robotic celebration from D because her mic. She maxed out the mic.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. That's great. It's jubilation. It's wonderful. It's perfect. Perfect for the moment. So he goes, "Oh, you're heroes! Oh, why didn't you say so? Is this little blue girl the Duchess?
Yes.
I didn't know they came in blue. Well, why don't you come with us? We'll get you fixed up. Wow, you look very out of breath. Oh, but you're pretty though. Pretty and out of breath.
Inside check on this guy?
Yeah, go ahead.
He seems really calm. 12.
Hey, everybody seems calm compared to you right now. Even the soldiers around, they all seem pretty calm, despite, potentially being moments away from just kicking you to your death, just kicking you off the gap to your death, right? So, yeah, he's calm. Well, let's go ahead and get you and the little girl and the illegal sorceress inside, and we'll clear all this up, huh?
I have ID actually that says I'm not an illegal sorceress, so jot that down. Also, to be so clear, I would not have left Muffin behind. Muffin is with me.
Muffin's with you. Yeah, you've got the dog with you. What the dog has been doing this whole time is following. Very tired dog. Just lays down. And the dog needs some water and a nice cool place to rest. His men gather you, essentially. You guys are fairly helpless, being as tired as you are. They're just, all right, come on, let's go. Come on. I'll carry you if I have to. They bring you into the fort. You guys have found safety and have therefore successfully reached the end of your campaign. Now, because we have some time left, I do want to go over the things that these two characters will be doing in the future.
There is one thing Crimson would have done when they were to safety.
Mhm.
Can I do that real quick? A little bit RP?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not going to stop you.
Okay. When she feels like they're sufficiently safe,
Mhm.
which I don't know when that is.
Probably like a day or two of just being treated like a normal person, right? Not being treated like a
Right.
prisoner or second-class citizen or anything like that.
Okay.
Depending on how close you want this to, not to help set the stage, but to help set the stage a little bit. Are you thinking like, you know how like that moment in disaster movies where like the two leads are sitting on the back of some bench with like the emergency blankets and like a cup of coffee?
Yeah.
And they're both just like, fuck just happened. Like, is that what you're envisioning, Lorinia?
Something like that, or like at dinner or something like that when they're eating.
Yeah, so
kind of thing.
I'll take it from here a little bit. You guys are in the hall of this fort. The soldiers are just kind of wandering around doing various tasks. One cook comes by and puts a couple mugs in front of you and a tray of fruit. And says, "Anything else you both need?" No? Great.
No.
Use your words next time. And walks away. Doesn't even wait for you to finish. Just walks away.
Crimson's gonna turn to look at Agna. Is Sabria with them still?
Sabria is over, in a different part of the hall, kind of getting like questioned a little bit, but not in like a interrogation kind of way, but in a, sort of, we've separated you from the people who've been watching you for the past month and change. Tell us everything. We are the authorities. You do intrinsically trust us because of who we are. Spill, girl. Right, that's what's happening over there. So
Okay. Crimson's gonna turn to Agna and go, I can't believe we got here.
I can't either.
Do you want me to pinch you?
No? Do you want me to pinch you?
Yeah, and Crimson's gonna hold her hand out.
Agna will pinch it.
Okay. And then when Agna goes to pinch it, she's gonna take her hand in hers.
Agna just looks at it. It is like, okay, I can't pinch you if you do that.
Crimson's gonna go, we've been through a lot together. And it's been, what, a month? Something like that? Yeah, it's been a lot. And I have to, how do you feel about me?
I feel like I feel like all of the people who died out there because of us didn't deserve it on my behalf. But it is a relief to know that you and Sabria made it to the other side.
Oh, okay. Crimson blushes a little bit and goes, well, I'm glad you're here with me. Because, I'm gonna call Ramia tonight, but before I do that, I wanted to let you know that I like you. As like, as in like a not friend way. I like you as a friend, but also in a plus friend way.
I think Agna just starts laughing. And not not derisive, like not a like, oh my god, I can't believe you think that or you said that to me, but almost just like the kind of like hysterical giggling somebody does when they're so surprised by something that they don't really know what to do with it.
I think she does that for like a solid 2 or even like 3 minutes. Like it goes, and she has a very hard time getting herself back under control over it. There are tears in her eyes by the time she's done, which I'm sure is maybe a little mortifying, and I'm sorry for that, but I do think that's the realistic reaction from her. And I think when she's done, Crimson, when she finally kind of gets herself under control, she just goes, "How do you feel about wagon wheels?"
They're okay, I guess?
How do you feel about taking them off every wagon forever?
What?
Just answer the question.
I guess, fuck wagon wheels? I don't know why you don't like wagon wheels, but, are you gonna explain why you don't like wagon wheels all of a sudden?
Crimson, I'm touched.
Okay.
I would be lying to you if I said I knew what to do with that right now.
Mhm.
But that... What are you doing after all of this?
Well, I was going to ask you the same thing. I guess if you want to, we could keep traveling together. Or if you don't, then I could go with Sabria. And she'd have me. But I'd like to stay with you.
Okay. See, the thing is, I really thought I wasn't going to make it here.
Mhm.
So you've caught me at a little bit of a disadvantage in that I haven't thought about it.
Oh.
I think I don't trust anyone with Sabria right now is about as far as I can throw them, which means I at least want to see her back to civilization.
Mhm.
And after that, I guess we have the trip to think about it.
Yeah. I just feel safe with you. So, is that silly of me?
And I think she will squeeze Crimson's hand back, and she'll go, I think it is, but I don't think... There's a lot we just went through together, and I don't know how I would explain it to anyone else. And so, at the very least, Crimson, if nothing else, I don't think you're ever going to be fully rid of me in your life, one way or the other. And the rest is all... The rest is all figuring it out.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm terrible with this sort of thing. That's not a no, but it's I don't want to lie.
Yeah, I understand. But I know you can't really give me an answer now in terms of if you like me back or not, but do you see any kind of possibility that could happen?
I think she laughs. And she goes, no one's ever bought me a drink before.
Yeah?
let's do that when we get to town.
Okay.
And the rest we will figure out.
Okay. And yeah, that sounds good. And I guess I gotta call Ramia and see what she's doing.
How
I got.
are you just going to? How are you going to do that?
I guess I can call people now. Not very long, but I think I can call her just very quickly, and she can talk back very quickly.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds like yeah.
do we want to? I guess I should. Ramia is still my friend, even after everything. I just want to see if she's okay.
Just be careful.
What do you mean?
I don't trust her as far as I can throw her right now. I think she did. If it's what you need for closure, I understand that.
Okay. I'm just gonna. I think it would.
Do you want me to stay here while you do?
Would you?
Sure. And
Okay.
she'll hold your hand.
Okay. Crimson's gonna hold her hand back.
Okay.
And I think she's gonna try and use sending to contact Ramia.
Okay. What are the 25 words you send?
Okay. We're getting specific. 25 words, eh?
That's the spell. You should have prepared if that was your plan. Just saying. It's just me being the ultimate menace to my players. What are your 25 words, Crimson?
Okay. I'm gonna count them on my fingers. I did not plan a message.
Okay.
So, so I'm gonna try my best to stay under 25 words. So, but I'll count them on my fingers. I get 25 for my count. I'll stop.
Okay.
And she's saying this to Ramia.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. We got to the wall? Are you okay? You're still my friend, even if you are draining us.
Got a few
Please
more.
tell me you're okay. And that's all she's gonna say.
Okay. Okay. So, the message arrives.
Mhm.
But you don't receive any words back.
Okay.
But you do receive an emotion, which is we don't really have like a word specifically for it, but it is the same as putting your arm out and pushing someone behind you to kind of shield them. And that's what you feel like is being done to you. Like her mind or her presence is pushing yours away to protect you from protecting you from something.
Okay. Oh. Okay. She's gonna look at Ogden and go, she's not good. She pushed me away. But in a protective way? Oh, Agna. And Crimson's gonna cry a little bit.
Agna, who I think has never been particularly good with crying, her own or other people's, sort of like very awkward, like wanting, like sincerely wanting to help and not really quite knowing how to do it. I think kind of like pats your hand in hers through it. But lets you cry it out. Like she doesn't try to like. She's not gonna try to be like, oh, like I'm sure it's fine, or like, oh, like good rid. Like I don't think she's gonna quantify it in any way. She's just gonna sit with you through it.
Okay. Crimson will cry for a little bit, and put her hand over Agna's. That's patting her hand, and say thank you for being here.
Of course. Where else was I going to go?
Yeah. DM, are they being booked in different rooms? Or are they sharing a room right now?
It's more like you kind of have been kind of not assigned to a barracks, but you've been kind of been allowed to be wherever you want to be. The officers haven't like given you individual rooms, but that's because they've been making arrangements for you to get transported to Ackelberg. They don't want you here overnight. They want to move you to Ackelberg as soon as possible. So, like it's been a lot of shuffling around, verifying your identity, questions about what happened, and how much you tell them is something you can tell me later. But mainly they're just trying to get you out of here because this is supposed to be a secure military base. So yeah, they're not planning on letting you stay here. Because you did arrive late, but they don't want you to be here if they can help it. So
yeah, Crimson's gonna look at Ogden and go, "Can we sleep together in the same bedroll tonight? Not in a sex way, just I don't think I want to be alone tonight."
Let's see where we end up, but I get it.
Yeah. Maybe Sabrina can cuddle with us too. I don't know.
Hopefully they'll let us go with her. And I do think that if they think they're like Agna is going to be pretty insistent that like if somebody is trying to get them into separate, I think if there's any inclination Agna has of like they are going to keep Sabria here or like send her separately from us or what have you, that's going to be her when she chooses to get pretty loud and pretty assertive of like, no, we are the only people she knows. She's terrified. She's been like she has the whole speech ready to go the minute somebody is like, we are separating the group of you if that is a thing. Otherwise, like assuming they all go together, she won't raise a stink about it.
So surprisingly, though, the subject is broached by the captain here. Just like, I can send you to Fordeth instantly. You're a duchess. I can have you teleported there. I can't do it for these two. Sabria shuts it down. And she goes, nope, they're coming with me, or we're gonna hoof it. And I know my feet are hoofs. I know that. So don't laugh. I meant it when I said it. And he goes, well, I wasn't going to laugh, but it is very funny now that you've said it. I guess, okay, we'll send you to Ackleberg too, and children, yes, we'll send you to Ackleberg. They have some very nice accommodations there for people of your social stature. And then you're a duchess. You can kind of decide where you want to go. Though I think the princess will want to see you. And the king will want to see you. So, you should probably haul your little hoofy woofies to the capital. And he basically gets you guys going to Ackelberg at that point. He doesn't want you guys lingering around his fort any longer than he has to. So he packs you up in a cart.
Especially, I'm assuming after the dirty looks we all give him when he calls them hoofy woofy.
Yeah. He packs you all into a cart, which immediately falls off as soon as it goes to 15 feet. Suspiciously, one of the guards just spends another 20 minutes putting the wheel back on the wagon, and then you guys get down the road on your way to Ackelberg, which has a surprising number of way station inns that are specifically for just people moving from Razor Ridge Gap to Ackelberg and back and forth. So it's like comped rooms every 15 to 30 miles, which is very nice, but this is the only road to Ackelberg from Razor Ridge Gap.
I do need you to know that when you said cart, I was like, CJ's thought he got me. CJ thinks he's got me. Like, I'm gonna forget this and let myself get smoked in the last 5 minutes in safety. Hilarious. Oh, yes.
Well, I let it go. Yeah, so that I think that answers the question of what do the two of you do with the rest of your lives, ostensibly, unless some other adventure calls you, because you will be traveling with Sabria to the capital. And so that answers that question. Which brings me to our outro for the campaign. Sorry, I have to kill the vibe a little bit.
Okay.
On another plain among the rolling hills of the lacrimal expanse are the endless ossuaries of Deverdran. Amongst these bone-white towers of stone is the grandest of them all, reaching high into the bloody clouds and beyond. In a dark chamber in this tower stands a pale, nearly translucent being, tall, with long black hair, empty, soulless eyes, and a gaping wound in his chest that drizzles blackened blood down his torso and onto the floor. The interior of this room is a red marble, smooth and fine, with faces rent in agony and horror with the seemingly natural variations of the stone, almost as if an illusion evoked by expectation. The floor is slathered in his blood, footprints marking where he has wandered. Tables of black iron are scattered about the chamber, laden with implements of malefic and insidious design, each soaked in bright red blood. Glass bottles of vile liquids, most of them partially empty or used, sit upon another tray. A red light from a permanent sunset passes through the window. The storm roiling outside and below sends a wave of thunder. The voice of a dead god rings in this chamber, echoing off the stone walls. Your betrayal was most foul, Ramya. For many turns you and your sisters have eluded me and slain my servants. He picks up one of the glass bottles, filled with a disgusting green liquid, filled with some kind of horrible insect. He steps over to the figure hanging from the center of the room by chain and wicked hook set between rib and spine, naked and in agony. Her hands, bound by more chains, clutch the cold iron, shaking. His clawed hand grabs her cheeks and forces her jaw open. He shoves the bottle into her mouth and pours until she chokes and swallows. Then he lets her breathe. She hasn't the strength to fight back. Fuck you. You're a shadow. A husk of what you once were. She chokes out. Your insults do nothing to blunt the agony in store for you. He sets the bottle down and selects an implement from another tray.
After all, there is no utility to a vessel of my power that fails to obey my will. If it takes me 10,000 more turns, I will pull every drop of power back from you. He stabs her in the eye with the implement and rips it out. She screams, and he steps away. Yes, scream. This is your life now. I'm going to enjoy devouring you, every piece, bite by bite, until you stop regenerating. Then I'll feast on your soul for eternity. He eats it. But for now, your body, which you promised to me if you remember. I know it was a great many turns ago, but we both remember. He returns to her and slashes her throat with a knife of bone, leaving the splinters behind, letting the blood fill a chalice, and he drinks. Good to the last drop. Huh. And when I get your sisters, I'll have the whole set. The torture continues. The screams of agony mix with his laughter. Ramia Van Cress's fate is unknown. And that is the end of our session. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight, and I hope you all had a good time. We'll see you again in 2 weeks for this campaign's wrap-up session. And, as always, treat each other well and love each other. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.